So today before work I made a get ready with me video. I washed my hair with Pureologys Hydrate Shampoo and Conditioner, and then it's freshly towel dried. And then I grabbed my favorite gold wet brush. These are in the salon and I love this color for the holidays. It's my absolute favorite. I sectioned my hair how I normally would part it. And then I'm going to start combing from the roots all the way to the top. So you start at the end and you work your way up. Doing this will help eliminate any kind of breakage. If you just kind of rip through your hair, you'd be surprised how much breakage that you can cause by not taking your time. And like I said, once you start from the ends and work your way up, it's pretty easy, and it's the healthiest way to brush your hair. Whoa, look at all those knots. This wet brush literally slices through my hair like butter. I had a client say that today, and I laughed because that's exactly how to explain it. My hair's really tangly, and when I was in high school, I used to spend a lot of time with a pick combing it out, and this literally goes right through it, and it's wonderful on my daughter's curly hair as well. So the only thing I'm doing is I'm kind of redoing my part and making sure that I have my hair parted off the way that I want it when styled. Making sure to get all those wraps out of the back. Good job, Christy. And I have zero product in my hair whatsoever. So I'm grabbing my first product, which is the Strength Cure line, and it's a split-end salve. And so what that does, my hair is highlighted and my hair is the weakest on the end. So this just gives it a lot of strength, and then also helps eliminate any frizz when I curl it. I most definitely put it through my bangs because those are the weakest part of my entire head. I style the front of my hair the most, and so make sure that you pull a little bit through your bangs, but most definitely don't put it on your roots. I always try to aim to put product from my ears down to save your hair from getting oily. So my second product is Root Lift. This is Pureologys Root Lift, and I'm actually just going to section my hair in parallel sections to, again, the part that I had just set for myself. And then I'm going to lift each of those pieces up, and I'm going to spray this foam directly on my roots, and make sure that you rub that in. That's going to boost and give you a lot of volume on the top, but you most definitely want to make sure that you don't just leave that mousse not rubbed in. Both sides. I do 2 sections on the side that I have most hair, and then I just do 1 section on the side that I have less hair. And then the back I just pick up usually my top section. That's probably like an inch thick, and then I spray 2 on the back as well. Then I make sure that it's really rubbed in, super good. And then you're ready to start blow drying. So I'm going to grab my blow dryer, and I'm just going to kind of blow dry the top to where I get some of that moisture out. I don't want it to be soaking wet, but I also want it to be able to, once I blow dry, it also kind of keeps its form. So I blow dry it just for a few seconds, and then if you notice my part goes this way, but I'm going to flip my hair the opposite way, and I'm going to blow dry my hair the opposite direction it wants to lay. That causes, when you flip it back over, a ton of volume. Just like that. Whoa. So on the other side, I continue to do the same thing. My hair normally is going to lay down, but I'm going to just blow dry it the complete opposite way that it wants to lay, giving it as much volume at the root that I possibly can. And then once I get this side done, I will flip my head forward, and I will use that back section that I put the root lift on, and I'll make sure that I hit the roots on the back section the exact same way as I did the front 2 parts. So now that I've got my hair completely blow dried, I'm going to actually section it to get ready to do some loose curls. I section my hair into 3 different sections. I take my finger and I go directly behind my ear all the way up to my part. And then I just use a clip and I clip it directly on top of my head, leaving the back part of my hair straight down. I'm going to section this side into probably 3 sections and the other into 4 because, again, I have more hair on that side. I'm showing you my favorite product, which is oil, and a lot of people make the mistake of putting that on before you curl. You want to make sure that you don't do that because that's a really common mistake of you're putting heat on your hair, but then you're going to put oil on it before. That's basically just going to cook your hair and cause damage. So again, my hair has nothing on it but the products that I put in before I blow dried. And then I'm going to go in with a 1-inch curling iron, and if you notice, I leave my ends out. And what that does, while I'm curling, I try to leave those ends straight because it gives it the effect that my hair is longer than what it truly is, and then it also will give me the wave effect instead of super curly hair. I always clamp my hair in the middle of the section of hair because I always want the heat to be the hottest in the middle of my hair. Again, I want my ends to usually be a little straighter just because of that wavy look, so I want to always make sure that the curling iron is keeping the heat in the middle of my hair. Another thing I used to curl, I would start from the ends and work up, and again, that's sometimes how you get your hair a little too curly and not really the wave look that you want. So again, my ends, if you notice, I pull them straight, and then at the very end I kind of slide them through the barrel, and that's just so it kind of blends that out. It's not such a harsh line of how straight your ends are. So I'm showing you here how I prefer to curl away from my face. I've seen plenty of tutorials of girls who do curl towards their face. I just don't like that hairstyle personally on me. I like to curl it away from my face so it falls longer in the back. Versus if you curl towards your face, you're going to have a lot of weight around your the frame of your cheeks and around like your neck area. I like everything kind of to fall backwards. So again, each side I'm trying to curl where the curls fall back instead of forwards. Once I have my bottom section completely curled, I have everything on both sides curled, I set it back and I'm going to give it some time to cool off. I want those curls to be completely cold before I touch them. Then I'm going to pull down my second section and split it kind of down the middle, more towards my part, and continue to do the same thing. Each side will probably have about 3 sections. The bigger the section, the looser the curl. The smaller the section, the tighter the curl. Once I have my hair completely curled, every single section, again, I'm going to let it sit there for a few seconds and just let it cool in its setting. If you try to rub your fingers through it too quickly, it'll lose its shape. Once it's completely cooled down, I'll take my fingers and I'll just kind of lightly go through each curl and separate them just with my fingers. I do this to both sides and make sure you don't forget the back of your hair. Once I have all my curls pulled out, I'll make sure I rub my fingers through the roots of my hair, and that just reactivates that root lift that I put in before I started blow drying. So I always shake it out, make sure that all the curls have been ran through with my fingers. And then I'll go through, and now I use the Pureology Precious Oil, which is, again, my absolutely favorite product. During the winter, my hair gets super frizzy, and so I'll just put a couple pumps on each side, and this keeps it shiny and most definitely healthy. I think that I've probably preached this enough, but I use all Pureology products because they're all vegan. They're vegetable-based, which means that they contain only vegetable ingredients. There's no way that they have any harsh chemicals that can harm your hair. It may look like my hair is completely done, but I'm about to run into a problem, which is actually really common for me. It's hard for me to not get one side too curly and the other side like the beach wave that I want. So it's usually the side with less hair that's always too curly. So I'm going to show you a really quick trick that I use whenever I feel like my hair gets too curly. So I'm going to grab my blow dryer right now. And you probably think I'm crazy for blow drying my curls out, but this side is just a little too curly. So all I do is a medium heat and I just kind of blow dry it down for a few seconds. And voila! Once it's done, both sides are completely even, and now I have more of that beach wave look on both sides. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it really helpful. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below.